guys, we're out here at Darlington Dragway. Tonight is Friday night. It's BearFest weekend. Tonight they've got a free entry, run what you brung shootout for $5,000. Tomorrow night they got small block boost, so the rules are a little bit more in our favor, but we figured we'd come down here tonight and get a hold of this radial prep. Rhett's out there now and he's dragging the track, and it looks significantly different than what it did at the no prep race last weekend. Of course, he's been working his butt off on it this week. Track is looking good. The weather is beautiful. Not hardly a cloud in the sky. The temperature right now is like 68, 70 degrees. So when the sun goes down, which it's doing now, it's going to get a lot of horsepower. So, I mean, the cars are going to be fast. Hopefully they can keep the rubber tight and make it so the cars can go down fast. It's one of those things, as the temperatures drop, the temperature of the track drops, and then it gets kind of tricky. I am not going to be able to share times with you guys this weekend. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to share times for the next little while. We've had a few crybabies in our class, I would say. We posted a time slip and they promptly went to trying to get us banned out of the class. So we are going to hold off on posting ETs, and we're going to hold off on posting mile per hour. And if it goes down straight, it should have been fast. And then when next season gets started, we'll let y'all know what the new personal bests are. So we're going to have to hold those. I hate doing it, but it is what it is. We don't want to cause too much drama in the off season, and racing always is drama in the off season. All right, guys, y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Check it out. All right, so we're going to try to crank this thing up in here in just a minute. Milton's finishing up the final touches. Him and Brian's been working on it. Got Brantley out here. Randy is going up front to get some transmission fluid. So transmission fluid's draining. We got to get the water off the oil, change transmission fluid, and then we'll be ready to crank this bad boy up, warm it up. It has not been cranked up since Piedmont, so I don't know if it's going to be a very happy camper or not. Luckily, it's not super cold out here. This is the transmission fluid that we use in all of our cars. It's the Castrol Blue Hydraulic Plus. It's you can get it from O'Reilly's. And we got these nice little door latches on Randy's. That was a pain in the butt. I mean, like a pain in the butt. But that's going to hopefully keep the door from blowing out. We didn't do a super good job of maintaining the finish and getting the circle exactly right. But it is what it is. It's the first time we've ever installed those, so we're not too unhappy with it. All right.
What happened?
Hold them up, guys. Move off the track. Move off the track. Hold them up, guys. Move off the track.
I hope the car ain't messed up.
He's all right. He's out.
All right, he's out.
Yeah.
Cool.
all the guys that's gonna be in the shootout. Drivers meeting now at the bottom of the tower. Drivers meeting for all drivers is gonna be in the shootout at the bottom of the tower now. Drivers meeting for all drivers is gonna be in the shootout at the bottom of the tower now. Drivers meeting. Everybody's gonna be in the shootout at the bottom of the tower now.
We're calling your names as I checked you in, as I wrote it down. All right?
Got any questions before we pull? We got 16 now. Once we pull, that's gonna be it. That's Billy Guard. Just put it up with his late ass.
Billy, you got your check card? Don't go get it. Let's draw first.
Wayne Walker.
Nigel Alexander.
Nigel got number 15.
David Barlow. Randy Eller. Number 4. Car number 911.
Oh, you got Fisher. 911. What his name is?
Eller. E-L-L-E-R.
Okay, give me another one.
Yay, we got all the lights blinking. All the lights are blinking. All right, let's go put a tune-up. We got about 30 minutes. So we got junk mail first round, so we're gonna go in there and modify the tune-up just a little bit. The dew is already starting to settle. The track is sticky when you walk on it, but there's a lot of rubber that's already being ripped off. A lot of rubber that's being ripped off already from, you know, that's the problem with radial racing. Everybody goes up there with a killer tune-up and then they rip the rubber off. So the starting line is definitely, it is rubberless right there where everybody's at the hit. So they're trying to put something back on it. So let's see if we can get it. All right, guys, here we go. We got 16 cars in the shootout, and we drew the little mail truck for first round. There's a couple good hitters here, so this should be fun. We're gonna have a good time. We did turn Randy's down just a little bit, trying to make it so that it'll be a little more friendly on everything, since the rubber is getting kicked off. Yeah, I mean, that's the only problem when you only have radials at the track is once the rubber's gone, it's hard to put it back on there. So what we did suspension wise, is we did make an anti-roll bar change in the back because it was pushing left a little bit. So we basically, what I did is I shortened the passenger side half a round because it wasn't pushing a lot. We dropped the launch boost down substantially. We left the RPM up just because I needed to get it to make boost. I could have used the offset and dropped it down a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. So we dropped the launch boost and we dropped the ramp and the total boost down track. What we also done is the front suspension. I loosened the extension up on the front suspension and I gave it about an inch more travel. So if it dead hooks, I mean, there's a chance it could try to wheelie, but we got to get the weight transferred and try to get the weight on the back of the car on the back tire, trying to get it to go down. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It may or may not. This is the first time we've ever tried to do this. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. All right, so we flipped. We got left lane. The cars are rolling up. We've got, this is an anything goes class. Anything goes, as long as it has doors. There goes, that right there might be your winner. If he can not get through the tire shake. If he can get through the tire shake, because I think it's going up. The starting line he's going to be really good on, but if he tries to put too much power down, them old big slicks is going to be shaky, shaky, shaky. All right, here we go. Going up first round. Check this out, guys, too. This little car back here, if you are a LS fan, these guys have a stock block in this car. They have a YouTube channel. It's called Small Time, Small Tire. This car right here is unbelievable. It holds the record, and it is super fast. So y'all need to go join their channel. If you're not subscribed, join to it. And they've got a ton of build information on this car. They share a lot of information. Go hit that subscribe button on their channel, guys. That'll be awesome. right, guys, well, we got the win on that one. It was ugly. We moved them all the way over to the far right. The problem that's happening is the track is really, really sticky from the rubber of the tire to the rubber on the track. The problem is the rubber is not adhering to the concrete good enough. And so we turned it down some more. We got lucky. Randy got out there and he hosed it on down there. It run a pretty good mile per hour. ET was super slow, but we're going up there now. We got to race Andy Mack. We put a different tune up in it. Going to keep turning it down and on to leave and see if we can get this thing to, if it'll take off and go, then it'll run a good mile per hour out the back. But we gotta figure out what we need. But we got to race Andy Mack in a bipolar truck, so that's gonna be a tough one. He spun, and it was a pedal fest last time as well. So most people spun. Actually, I think everybody did on that last run. So we're gonna try it. We're rolling up there right now. Okay, so here goes who we got to race. We got to race the bipolar truck. We're down to 8 cars, so that's not bad. We had 16 car field, so that's not terrible. So we're fixing a flip for lane choice real fast, and then see who gets lane choice. Randy. Here, he's gonna call it. Flip it, Brantley. You wanna flip it and call it? It's heads. All right, we got lane choice.
They treated you, man.
Fastest time slip, $500 more.
That's Ella. That's who you is.
Hey, when the dog say, I said,
You walk around like he was strong, right?
All right, guys. Well, we got the win on that last pass, and that was a really good pass. It ran a pretty decent ET. I mean, it wasn't a rocket by any means. We had it turned down pretty low early. Track just, you know, it's cold. You can see the dew is out on everything. So that's the reason they split it. Smart thing to do. We got down to 4 cars. So it was a $5,000 race. Look at the dew. So Randy had an excellent reaction time. He went a 0.47 on the tree. So that was a great reaction time. So reaction time was good. 60 foot was good. Well, mediocre. Mile per hour and ET was mediocre. I mean, it was good for what we were working with. I think we had the car to win. But you know how we roll. We're the split meisters. It's $5,000 to win. So we'd already talked to David Farlow over there beside us, and he was down with splitting. And the other 2 cats we were going to hit up in the staging lanes. So we were going to try to chop the purse down some anyway. So not a bad thing. Everybody goes home with some money. You know, there was of the cars that were in the shootout, no wrecked cars that I remember, which is good. That was Dale Jr. earlier in the day that crashed. He was just driving his car to his buddy or either one that they're working on. And they said there was a little bit of water on the track. Apparently, one of the turbo cars in front of them must have dripped a little bit of water, you know, out the intercooler tank or something. So we're going to push this thing back into trailer tonight, and we are ready to go tomorrow. So if y'all are close to Darlington, it ought to be a good time. I think gates open at like 10 or 11. Track goes hot at 12 or 1. I imagine after what happened tonight, I mean, it's only 9 o'clock, 9:30, and, you know, we're pretty much shut down. I imagine what happened after tonight, we're going to be racing. We're going to try to get racing in when the sun's out tomorrow. So that's not a bad thing. All right, guys, will y'all comment, like, and subscribe? This was a great night at the racetrack. We had fun. We had a blast. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Later. Late night track prep. This is what happens after hours. So they were not happy with the way the rubber was adhering to the concrete. So they're scraping it back up, and they'll try again tomorrow.